Hello viewer, this is 2013 Volkswagen Tiguan. I'm going to do the rear brake. I'm going to replace the rotor and the brake pad. The last time this brake service was done in 2020, and now we're in 2023, so it lasts a couple of years. The brake pad isn't completely worn yet, but there's some evidence of surface rust on the rotor which tells me something is wrong. So I'm gonna replace it. For this video, I'm going to talk about the process involved in changing the rear brake pad and the brake rotor, retracting electronic parking brake without using the diagnostic scan tool, and last, inspecting and servicing brake slider pin. And here is the replacement part. I bought the rotor and the brake pack from a local supply store here. It's $153 for two rotor, and the rotors are E-coated for rust protection. And the brake pad is ceramic brake pad. Is also come with clip. And let's get started. I have some special tool that we need to remove the caliper hanger in the back, and socket to remove the wheel. So let's get. Look at the brake, rear brake. A lot of surface rust. Brake pad is still good, but it's a lot of rust here. To remove the brake, there are two 13mm bolts, one on top, one on the bottom. To remove the caliper, there is a motor here, emergency brake motor. There's a screw in the back here that hold the motor, emergency brake motor. You use T30 and loose these. There's two bolts, one here and one in the back. You want to lose this bolt first while the brake is still mount. It helps to hold the thing in place. Then you can separate this motor away. You have to wiggle this thing here. Take your time and wiggle it out. Don't try to pry too much because it's only plastic housing. So here is the motor right there, and just carefully separate that from the caliper. So here's the mount where the electric motor mounts onto the caliper. You can use the bit and just push it into that motor and turn it. Stop now. Stop. This can't go anymore. It's dead end. Now I can compress piston back into the caliper and install a new brake. And compress this piston back. M14 and the breaker bar. This is to remove the hanger here. There's two bolts on the back, so I'm going to remove that. That's the bolt here and one on top there. Here it is, the hanger, two bolts, mount the hanger in the back. One bolt right there, and there's one on the bottom. Now next thing to do is remove the rotor. There's one screw here, and put a new rotor in. After removing the brake rotor, I noticed that the brake surface is delaminated. Look like it's overheat. take out the brake pad. I'm going to run the wire brush here just to clean all this before I put a new clip on. I have another problem. This bowl shaft there is seized and the thing should slide in out and easily, so I'm going to unsee this two slider bowl and grease it, put it back in there. And you can see I cannot press it in. It should move, slide in and out nice and easy. So I removed the dust boot for this slider bowl and it really stuck in there. I'm soaking some oil right now so I can free this slider bowl and re-grease it and put it back together. But it has been 10 minutes and I haven't been able to break it loose. Bummer. I'm gonna use the torch to heat the area as marked here, and by heating it I will free up these pins slowly. Take your time while heating it. After you apply heat for a few minutes, take a hammer and hit on top of the pin, and then take a wrench and twist it slowly. Don't over torque, you'll break the pin. It will come out. A little bit of heat, a little bit of oil, and I got one pin out. I'm on my second pin. Well, I did it. Remove the pin, clean the pin. It's nice and easy, slide in nice and easy, both pin. So next step is the dust boost all clean, brake slider grease. It's designed for slider, this written on top there, and let's lubricate it and put it back together. So this is how the slider should work. It's moving nice and freely. Spin around, nice and easy. Slider pin, move nice and easy, both top and bottom. Two brake pads on. Now I'm gonna put the caliper on here, and we are done. And the second wheel is done. This one has the same problem. The slider pin also seized. I unsee. Okay, just to recap, to do this brake, you need to remove the motor in the back and turn the gear, the wheel in the back of the caliper, all the way back in, and then you 13 millimeter, take this bolt off and make sure the slider moving properly. If not, you have to unseize this and put some lubricant and change the brake. Well, that is the conclusion for the rear brake job on this Volkswagen Tiguan. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and thanks for watching to the end.